Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man George Page, All the Rage, coming to you live on YouTube. I can't believe this is happening. I mean, I'm a big Serena Williams fan. I love Serena. I mean, she's a great tennis player, and she's a talent, and she has one of the baddest bodies around. I mean, just this is one of the reasons why I love women who are fit and muscular, and Serena she has both the muscle and the body. But anyway, as you know, the French Open is the last professional tennis game for the tennis season. It's because of the COVID has shut down a lot of tennis. I don't think they even had Wimbledon this year, but because I think England. But they right now, um, Serena, she did win in the first round, but now she had dropped out because of an injury. Uh, Saying she is struggling to walk, Serena Williams ended her latest bid for a 24th Grand Slam title and withdrew from the French Open before her second round match Wednesday because of injured Achilles heel. Now, during a semifinal loss at the U.S. Open 3 weeks ago, which she called bad timing and bad luck, she went to lengths to make clear she didn't think that this was any sort of sign that she can't continue to pursue her trophies in the future. More simply, Serena said she hasn't had enough time to properly heal and needs 4 to 6 weeks of sitting on doing nothing. Now, it's just so bad that the Achilles heel is like that. It's the bottom of your foot. It's like it's the bottom of your foot. It's like that part, that little curves during your foot. You remember the story of Achilles in the story of Troy, how he was dipped into the river of Styx by his mother, but she didn't dip him all the way. And there's that part of the heel where which you know where the son of the king of I think Paris shot Achilles the heel by killing him. That's the only way that. That's where the term Achilles heel came from. But suddenly the announcement came roughly an hour before she was supposed to head out on court Philippe Cartier to face somebody. I don't know the name. I ain't gonna pronounce it. Um, Williams said it was more likely than she will not play another tournament in 2020. So so she tried to warm up for the match, but knew she wasn't able to compete. She spoke to the coach and said she kind of both thought about it and decided it wasn't the best for her to try play today. This is Williams' earliest exit out of a Grand Slam tournament since second round's loss in Paris in 2014. That's been a long time ago. She pulled out of French Open in 2018. Prior to that would have been a fourth round match against Maria Sharapova, citing she pulled a muscle in her chest. Now, this is the first. That was Marina Williams' first major tournament back on tour after having a baby. Remember, she was back in 2018. She was just found out she was pregnant after she won the Australian Open, and that kind of sidelined her. She would go on to reach the finals at 4 of the 6 slams, losing each time, as she tries to add to her professional era record of 23 major singles trophies, equal to Margaret Court all-era mark. Now, she already surpassed Steffi Graf and Chris Effort. And I think also she passed Martina Navratilova. Those are usually the top 3. But Margaret Court's still the woman going to chase after, and that's been years. That lady was like almost 100 years ago. I'm loving tennis. Obviously, I love competing, and I love being out here. It's my job. It's been my job, and I'm pretty good at it still. Williams said, So until I feel like I'm not good at it, then I'll be like, oh, okay, and I'm so close to some things. I just feel like I'm almost there. So I think that's what keeps me going. Now, she said that in an interview. Now, her last match she lost, back in the U.S. Opens. She got beaten by this girl, I forgot the name, Angel Rock or Victoria, whatever her name is. And it was the third set of the match that when Williams stretched her Achilles during the point that she leaned over, crutched out her lower left leg and asked for a trainer. She asked for a medical timeout for the tape job and continue to play, but unable to pull off a win. And it's just sad just to hear that Serena has to drop out of the French Open. And it used to be French Open was probably was one of her toughest um tournaments. She did pretty good in the U.S. She does pretty good at the Wimbledon. She did pretty good at at the Australia. But I think she don't have that many French titles. One point I remember that one person that beat her quite often at the French tournament was what's her name? Oh God, I forgot her name. She's the white girl from I think she was from the Netherlands. A white girl with she had a nice booty. Kim Cloister, yes. Generally, this is rare chances when you watch two of the nicest booties in professional tennis. Kim Cloister got a nice booty. I ain't gonna lie. Dudes, all you gotta do is just search for Kim Cloister. If you can't spell a name, just put in Kim Cloister. It's easy. I think it's I'll put it in the description or something like that. But she does have a nice booty, and I think Kim Cloister kind of she's out of tennis because a while back she got married, got a kid, and she hadn't played in a while. She's not one of the prettiest girls in the world, but she does got a fat booty. But anyway, I just said she had to drop out. She was trying to break her record, get past 24, get to 24 Grand Slams. Maybe next year. As you know, she just turned 39 just last month, and I think she wants to do it before her 40th birthday. So once I think everything settled down with the whole COVID thing situation, the pandemic settles down, a lot of we're gonna see. French Open usually the Australian Open usually, French used to be like in the middle. The French was after the Australian and before Wimbledon. But as you know, with COVID going around, it shut down a lot of things. So they pushed the French as the last show for the season. So more likely when next year starts back up, you have the Australian Open is going to be first. Then you probably go to the French, then Wimbledon, and then you have the U.S. Open. So that used to be the last show for one of the bigger tournaments. But like I said, I want to wish Serena all the best health. Take your time, sweetheart. It's the game still be there. You're still good. You're one of the best. Disappointment that her sister Venus got put out in the first round. I think Venus should maybe think about retiring. Venus is really, I think Venus is 41 now. Because she's a year or two older than Serena, and she's just still hanging on there. I mean, I'm a big fan of Venus also, but I'm a bigger fan of Serena. It's your man all the way at George Page. Don't subscribe. I'm out.